Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your host, MA, coming at you with another episode of Heat Blogspot. Today's August 24th, and yes, everybody, yes, the Heat beat the Pacers. It was a hard-fought battle, but we swept them. They brought it all. We brought our best. It was a grinded-out game. We'll get into it, but man, I was impressed by this team today. We have a great team, guys. We're going in the second round, and we're going to play the Bucks or the Magic. So, all right. As always, guys, just want to start this with whatever you're listening to, whether it be Anchor, Spotify, all the good stuff. Please do me a favor. Follow, like, subscribe, share. All of it's cool. All of it's good. Appreciate the help, guys. On Twitter, Facebook, hit me up at HeatBlogspot or email me at heatblogspot@gmail.com. I'd love to answer questions. Please help me. But guys, how you guys doing? I'm chill right now because I am just in another cloud of happiness because the Heat just swept the Pacers. Ooh, that feels good to say. I mean, this is what we've been building up to all year, right? I mean, this is what we've been wanting all year. We end up winning 99-87. And it wasn't easy, guys. Like, this wasn't an easy game at all. It was a battle. And Pacers played their starters pretty much the whole game. They were, I wouldn't be surprised if all of them were in the 40-minute mark. I'm going to check real quick right now. Yeah, pretty much all of them were close to playing 40 or over 40 minutes. So they tried to run deep with them. But unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough because we came correct. This whole series, one thing I can say that Coach Spo and the dudes wearing our Heat uniforms this year is that we come correct. We've been coming correct all year. We got to the bubble. We fixed our issues because you got to, there's going to be a little bit of things because it's the bubble and we haven't played in whatever. We got there because we came correct. And then the playoffs started and then we are correct. And now we nailed down our rotation. We know what happens if someone gets hurt now. In this game, Jimmy Butler goes down, and yes, guess who makes an appearance? Kendrick Nunn comes in the game and does his thing when his limited time, but makes the most of his opportunity. Beautiful to watch, and just it came all together because we're coming correct. And now we're leading. We're gonna get to the second round now. We're waiting for our opponent, either the Bucks or Magic. The Heat get to take this little break now. Use this time for the veterans. Like I said, Jimmy Butler got hurt. He has a left strained shoulder. But he played the game, continued. He went out in the second quarter, but he came in and played the rest of the game, and which is a good sign. So, but now we get to take advantage of this rest. We still got older veterans. You got Iggy, Dragic, Jay. I think Jay is fighting a little bit of injuries, and I'm pretty sure everyone has a little bit of knickknacks that they would like to, take it easy for a little bit, let them heal, make them refreshed. And thanks to the Magic for winning that first game in that series because now, for sure, it extends some time for us. And if they could pull out another win, unfortunately they didn't win today, but if they can pull out another win, then we'll be sitting really nice and pretty. So hopefully, I can dream, right? Right? Yeah, I think so. But anyways, guys, going back into the game, it was a very tough battle. Starting lineup for this game, same starting lineup we've been going with: Jimmy, Bam, Duncan, Dragic, and Jay. Which is the best. It's right. And I keep saying that. The last episode I just said the same thing. Like, it's starting five, right? That's it. This is it because it's the best. And it comes correct. Ever since that first game in the series when we didn't come correct in that first quarter, and I told you guys. We're gonna stop that, and every game after we're gonna come correct, and we do come correct. At least defensively, we always come correct. So, but that first quarter definitely set the tone, letting us all know that this is going to be a grind-out game, and the Pacers let us know quick that it ain't gonna be easy. Like, you're gonna have to really fight for this. You're gonna have to really want this if you want to beat us tonight. So that's what the Heat did. They scratched, they grind. They fought, they jumped, they did everything they had to do, and they did it well, and they did it poised, and they didn't lose their cool. and they closed out a game. This first quarter, I could say both teams are just playing very well. Defensively, offensively, not really, but defensively at least, both teams were playing really, really well. Just bringing their A game, bringing their best, trying not to give no ground up, which it's good to see. That's what I want to see. That's the type of basketball I want to see. And I didn't just want to see a blowout win, honestly. What's the fun in that? And I come in here and I talk about the first quarter and go, yeah, we scored 10 threes and then they never came back from it. No, it's a grind. Bam was our best player. Oladipo was their best player. Oladipo brought it tonight. I thought it looked like he let it loose. I think it was mental, a lot of it, because it seemed like he just didn't care anymore. He knew it could be his last game, and he's just gonna go all out and show it out. And he played a very good game. He did some athletic moves, hit threes. It wasn't enough, Unfortunately, he couldn't keep it up the whole game, but he was pretty good, And Bam, for us, though, he was everywhere. Offensively, he was making cuts and getting points, and he took a shot in the mid-range and made it, and just made it wet. And I was like, yes, that's what we need. Getting rebounds. This guy was just everywhere. All-star level, just coming at you, because he knew that this was important. Like, he didn't want to give this team another chance. This wasn't let's give them another chance day. Like, no, he came correct. And he made sure that our team came correct. And Bam definitely set the tone for us, too, that if they want to grind it out, we're going to grind it out. He ends the quarter with 6 points and 6 rebounds, shooting 3 for 5. Very aggressive, very aggressive. And I think it really helped us remember who we were early and, set the tone for us to continue to win this game. Though we were down 21-22. We shot 37% from the field in that first quarter. They shot 43%. And, but what we were doing was having them commit turnovers. They had 4 turnovers compared to our 2 turnovers. So, that was a good sign, leading to what, that our defense was playing great, though. And we just have to keep it up. Keep the foot on that pedal. Right? Go to the second quarter. And in that first quarter, I did definitely notice then in one play in the middle of the quarter, Jimmy Butler comes down through the court and he's just like kind of limping, and he came up slow and he was out of the picture for a while, and I was like, I think he got hurt. But I'm kind of like, maybe he just jammed his finger and he's just like pulling it out. I don't know. I'm hoping it wasn't the worst, And then it is reported that he has left the game and that he's in the locker room getting checked for his shoulder. And I'm like, oh man. So maybe I was right. Like, maybe it's pretty bad. So with that, none other who's none that's gonna show. Like, I can't really come up with a good pun with none, but maybe that was the one. But man, like, Kendrick Nunn comes in the game, 7-minute mark of the quarter, in the second quarter, and our bench just holds it down for us with Jimmy out in this quarter. He didn't play this whole quarter, Jimmy Butler, but our bench with Tyler Herro and Kelly Olynyk, those three guys come in and get the lead for us and keep it for us to go into the half leading. And they did it throughout everything. Kelly O was making offense and getting good rebounds. Tyler was getting good offense going on. K-Nun comes in the game, and he takes the most of his opportunity, hits a 3 quick, gets an assist quick, playing smart, in our defense, He's getting in our scheme and making sure he doesn't get too crazy. And it was limited minutes. It was only 7 minutes. I think he finished out the quarter too. But, he made the most out of them. He scored 5 points in that quarter, 2 rebounds and 2 assists. Making the most of every opportunity. Keep it up, Kendrick. It's exactly what we need. I told you this is what we're going to need. It's going to be a bubble. People are going to get hurt left and right. We're going to have to make sure the next man up is ready. He's our 10th man. No matter what, Spo's going to keep 9-man rotation, but he's our 10th man no matter what happens. If someone gets hurt, he needs to come in. He needs to step it up. And he did it. And I appreciate it, K-Nun. You stayed ready. You came in ready. Came correct. Keep it up. That's what we need. Tyler Herro, he's continuing his scoring prowess off the bench. His 6-man row, he's taking it seriously. This kid is growing up before our eyes. He's 20 years old, but he's playing like a veteran right now. Definitely playing very smart. And this is a good Pacers team. Like, And that's why I'm surprised about this, because the Pacers are a smart, well-coached defensive team. And he's able to operate and do things he wants to do and needs to do. And that's very impressive. I mean, this is NBA talent. Like, you might not know a lot of these names if you're the casual NBA fan listening, but that team is tough. They do not let up the gas, and they're going to bring it every night 110%. And Tyler Herro going against that defense is impressive. I mean, he's doing it in all different ways. He's not just shooting. He's taking it in, creating offense, going for layups, getting to the line. And even this whole series, he did just a sort of bag of tricks. Like, he just had so many bags up that sleeve, and I was like, what is going on? And that's a rookie, 20 years old. I wish he was doing this all season, because he would definitely be in the conversation with Zion, Kendrick, and Ja. Definitely. Right now, I'm sure there's reporters right now thinking, man, this kid is definitely in the conversation. And if he gets better, maybe we'll have 2 back-to-back most improved guys. Bam is definitely proven that he should be most improved. And then next year, if Tyler Herro keeps his projection going up, because, he could be most improved. And I think he's untouchable right now. I definitely do think he's untouchable. If I'm Pat Riley, I'm not giving up Tyler Herro for nothing. I know this talks about, what about Bradley Beal? In my head, no. Like, you do not trade Tyler Herro for Bradley Beal right now, because I think Bradley Beal is like 28, 29. He's not going to get too much better right now. He's in this peak of his prime probably. And with Tyler Herro's 20 years old, and I think Tyler's pretty close to what he's bringing. One thing I want to mention is Tyler Herro's defense got so good, especially in this game. He was bothering Victor Oladipo. He created some steals for us. He was moving his feet well, moving his hands very well, keeping it close to his pocket, and using it at the right time, creating havoc on Depot's dribbling, because he lost the ball on Depot on Herro because of his defense, and he created offense for us offensively for that in the transition. And that's smart for a 20-year-old playing against a veteran. I mean, this Oladipo's an all-star when he's healthy. And he was playing right now as like an all-star this night. And Herro was keeping him in check. I mean, the projection on this kid is growing high. And I think you keep him. I don't think you trade him. I don't care who it is. Like, honestly, unless it's Giannis, I mean, maybe Giannis. Unless it's James Harden. Unless it's Steph Curry or Klay Thompson. Or, somebody like that. Bradley Beal, unfortunately, to me, it's not in that level. Because Tyler Herro is close to that level, I think, and he's younger and cheaper right now, and I think we have the right veterans around him to make up for his mistakes when they are, and right now he's limiting his mistakes to almost 0 each game. So if he keeps it up, I don't think we need Bradley Beal at all. Excuse me while I drink out of my heat cup. If you guys are on YouTube watching. And if you guys are on YouTube, real quick, this is my other Heat shirt for competitors only. That was appropriate. It's the court culture, no line. And I thought for competitors only was a great t-shirt to wear, because, these two teams are just competitors, and they brought it. All right, moving in. Finishing the second quarter, finished at this halftime. Like I said, we were up 48-42. KO did definitely help. He had 11 points and 5 rebounds at the end of the first half. Definitely brought it. 5 of 8 shooting, 1 of 3 from the three-point line. KO, I was waiting for him to have a big game. He definitely stepped up when Jimmy went down and took advantage of his size and took advantage of his opportunities on offense, and was really shooting with confidence. Even though he was 1 of 3 from the three-point line, very, very confident, and I was waiting for this, because we needed it, and I knew KO, because KO was doing it all through the bubble games, the seeding games, and I was just waiting. Like, there's gonna be a game where we're gonna need him to do that, and it was so. Right now, this is the clinching game, the clinch to make sure we get the second round. He shows up really well, and I want to see how many minutes. I did not write down how many minutes he played. Let me check real quick. Let's see here. 15 minutes, and he made 11 points. And he made all those in the first half. I mean, taking advantage of your opportunity, because Spo was definitely playing him more because of Jimmy being out, and he had to put a little of insurance in there with K Nunn. He didn't know what K Nunn was going to bring, even though K Nunn was quick to bring it. But KO and Tyler definitely along the way with K Nunn helped us get that lead, 48-42. But with that score, you can see at the end of the first half, this is a grinded out game. 48-42. When's the last time you saw a score like that? Really, you know, you can just tell like it's not going to be a pretty game, but it's going to be a smart, tough defensive game, and both teams definitely brought it today. The way we were winning this game though is by rebounding. By the end of the first half, we had 30 rebounds compared to the Pacers' 19 rebounds. Boom, there it is. Just being tough, taking that ball, grabbing it, and saying it's mine, and showing the opposite team, the Pacers, that we came correct, and we're gonna try to do everything to win, and we ain't gonna let you guys do this. And we were keeping them out the paint. Like our great defense, what it was really doing, it was keeping them out the paint and making them take tough shots, and we're in their face every time. Like we were contesting every time. 13 assists for us, 9 assists for them. A lot of it for them was just trying to create offensive one-on-one looks, and they were successful sometimes. And this is where we had 6 turnovers and they only had 6 turnovers. So, we kind of slipped a little bit in the second quarter, but we were still up. So 48-42. Now, going into the third quarter, I was met with relief as Jimmy Butler started the third quarter. So he came back. He wore tape around that left shoulder. I keep touching my right, but his left shoulder, he had tape around it, and I was wondering how he was gonna go, and he only scored 2 points, I believe, in the second half, and it was off a trying to dunk it on Oladipo as he passed him, but he couldn't even get enough lift to do it. He tried to do it 2 hands, and he barely got it in there, but he did it. And after that, like, you really did not see him attempt to shoot. Like, he'll pretend to shoot. He got fouled a couple times, went to the free throw line, but he definitely tried not to shoot. After that, like, he knew like he was limited and he was gonna try his best, and he sacrificed his body the rest of the game. Like, honestly, he played super hard defense. He was very active on the rebound game. He was trying to get to all the passing lanes and getting deflections, just sacrificing his body. Took a charge. I mean, doing things a leader should do when you know you're limited because you're offensively. So what you're trying to do is tell your teammates, like, I'm going to work harder on defense for you guys. You guys work harder on offense for me because I can't be there for you at this moment. And it was a great response from both sides of the team. Great from Jimmy to recognize that early, and great from the team to recognize that early and make sure they take care of the leader. And the leader make sure to take care of them right back. So I feel very, very confident after saying that this could take us very far. Like, we're going to definitely be a tough out for any team we face in the next round, either the Bucks or the Magic. So get ready, NBA, because the Heat are coming. We are feeling hot. So continue with third quarter. Bam's on a mission still, doing great passing. He really takes off in this quarter. He's getting rebounds now. He's starting to score a little bit again. He's opening great passing lanes and passing great, like, crisp passes. Like, passes a big man shouldn't be doing. Like, only person that you see in the league right now doing these passes is Jokic. There's no other big man that plays the same type of game as those two. It's just Bam and Jokic. Like, Nurkic a little bit. Nurkic got a little bit. But, like, Bam is, like, high IQ. Jokic IQ. Like, those two guys are very, very smart with the ball, and very impressed with this kid. Like, this kid keeps amazing me with his IQ and amazing me how well he can affect the game. And, sometimes you don't even notice how well he's affecting the game, whether he's scoring or not. He scored well enough today. He scored 14 points by the end of the game, but, like, a lot of it's, like, you don't even realize that he scored or not because you realize all the little things he's doing is exactly what we need. So, whatever, like, the points are just gravy on top at this point. As long as the team's playing well and we're doing well on defense, then his points is gravy on top. But I will say there's some nights that we're going to need him to score, but he's showing and he's flashing that he'd be able to do that when the time comes. He's just picking and choosing his spots at the right time, and he chose very well today. So big ups to Bam. And he really did it this quarter. Again, our great defense, contesting every shot. We kept bringing it at all times. And, we just grinded it out again. And with all that, we only get up by 8, 70-62 by the end of the third quarter. Bam, at the end of this quarter, he has 12 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists. 15 rebounds, guys. Like, he's working. Like, he's trying right now to close this team out. Like, he's working. At this point, we have 42 rebounds compared to the Pacers' 28 rebounds. We had 12 offensive rebounds by this time. The Pacers only had 3 offensive rebounds. Like, that's us screaming to the Pacers, like, no, like, we are trying to beat you. Like, you're going home tonight. Like, I hope you guys pack your bags because fuck you guys. We are beating you. Like, I hope you know we want this more than you because we're fucking you up right now, like, on the boards. And we were. We definitely took it to their face. We had 18 assists compared to the 15 assists. So we're definitely moving the ball still. Both teams shooting around 43%. But we were shooting 5 or 6 from the free throw line and 2 or 6 from the free throw line for the Pacers. So definitely that's what helped us also keep the lead up. We were taking care of business at the line. Only missed once. They missed 4 times. You can't do that. You can't do that in a close game. When you're grinding out games, you have to hit your free throws. We took care of business. And that's one thing I told you in the last. I keep saying, like, we got to take care of business. We haven't really been doing that. And they really did that this game, and especially when we needed it. So big ups. And the referees definitely controlled this game a little bit. Like, they were letting us play, and I was a little worried though at first. Like, honestly, I thought the referees were gonna help the Pacers a lot. Like, it looked like for a second that they were giving them a lot of calls and, like, trying to get some of our dudes in foul trouble early in the first quarter. But the good thing is that it didn't stop our defense from being very active and aggressive, and that's what I was scared of the most. Like, I think the referees are just trying to scare us from being aggressive and active and playing our type of defense to give the Pacers some little room of comfort and maybe an opportunity to win this game, feel some confidence or something. But luckily, like, our guys, whoever came in, we were like, no, we're going to put the pedal to the metal, and we're going to either make the referees shed a light on them, saying, like, why are they doing this? Or just let us play ball, and that's what had to happen. We just let us play ball, and luckily we're still being aggressive, we're still being tough, so we kept bringing the ball in and getting rebounds and playing tough defense and hitting and creating offensive transition offense, and it was just exactly what we needed: heat basketball, playoff basketball, grind it out against a great team. I'm not gonna say he's a great player on it; it's just a great team, and it was good. It was a good test. Gives us a good early test. Going into the fourth quarter, though, since we're grinding this out, we need a closer right now. And as you guys know, it's been a trend lately. The Dragon tends to come out during the fourth quarter, and it was no different this time because the Dragon shows up, ends up scoring 12 points in this quarter. I mean, and doing it in every way, like especially the mid-range game and head fakes and just being smart, veteran savvy. Oof. And the other guy that's doing it with him, Tyler Herro, our rookie. I mean, 20 years old, and he's closing out the game. And he wasn't just scoring for us, because he did score a lot in that quarter, but he was rebounding. He got some crucial offensive rebounds for us at the right time. He was playing some great defense, like I've been saying, especially on Depot, because Depot was trying not to lose. He really tried not to lose that game. But Tyler Herro just brought it. Like, he definitely brought he made a scoop layup, tough on Miles Turner, like veteran tough. Like, you don't learn how to do that for a while, and he just did it. Like he's been doing it for he's been doing it for his whole life. Like, it was like, oh, I've done this before, and he just did it. Like, it was like, dang, dude, this guy is good. I'm telling you. And Tyler Herro and the Dragon just take over in this quarter and make sure our offense is taken care of, while Bam and Jimmy and all our veterans, whoever was on the court with them, just played hard defense, kept rebounding, kept creating havoc to make it tough on the Pacers, and give it up to the Pacers, because they did come close. They cut it to 5 at one point. Where it was like, oh, maybe they come back, but unfortunately they couldn't go over that hump, and we just kept making good shots. Dragic and Tyler really just, at those moments, that's when they decided to take over and make sure we could score and get up, and they did a great job. I'm like, so give it up to those guys, because they definitely brought it. They definitely did not want us to lose, and it was good to see the Dragon keep it up. Like I said, I think he sees this as an opportunity, and he's going to try to make the most of it, and hopefully, make a mark in the NBA. So right now the Slovenians are playing well. Dragic and Luka, those guys are killing it. So definitely the Slovenians are definitely bringing it, and it's good to see, right? Like, Dragic Luka, the Euro champions, are bringing in the NBA. So, I mean, to me, it's nothing but beautiful basketball, and I can't wait to see how far this Heat team can take Dragic and make a name for himself, because he's been working hard. I mean, this guy was an all-star. He's been in this league for a while, and I think he needs this. Like he knows this is his time, and he needs to take advantage of it. And with this team that is surrounded by him, that's probably the best Heat team has been surrounded by since the Heat with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. With unfortunate events happen, this is like the second best team he's gotten with us, and he's trying to take advantage right now. So him and Tyler Herro definitely in that fourth quarter take advantage and do all they can with with our team playing great defense and rebounding, and that's what leads us to the win. We end up winning 99-87, and the Pacers just didn't have enough, unfortunately, on this night in this whole series. They just didn't have enough to beat us, and it's as simple as that, unfortunately, if you're a Pacers fan. But I'm not a Pacers fan, so nope, fuck you. And quick note, fuck the Sixers too. All you Sixers fans out there, I don't know if any of you are listening, but we spanked you. Our season spanked you guys, and you should be ashamed of your front office for letting a man like Jimmy Butler go. But I want to thank your front office and Brett Brown, even though you guys fired him today. But thank you, Brett Brown, and that whole front office for allowing Jimmy Butler's path to be clear to the Heat. Because we are so thankful as we're moving into the second round, biatches. All this talk about the process, and you guys messed it up. And they just tore down that process and fucked it up. But whatever. Back to the Heat, 99-87. Take it easy, Pacers. Go home, relax. Don't worry about this one anymore, because the Heat are continuing this journey. So, some key stats. We shoot 78% from the free throw line. They only shoot 63%. Big stat. The biggest stat, though, 60 rebounds to the Pacers compared to 34 rebounds. Like, whew, I told you. We just told them we wanted the ball, and we ain't losing this game. We got 17 offensive rebounds. 17. Oh, my Lord. I mean, that's just being men among boys. Like, that's how we played. Men among boys, and these boys tried the hardest, but the men showed out and played their hardest. And wow, and it was a team effort, guys. Like, it wasn't just Bam getting all the offensive boards. Like, this was a team effort. Like, our whole team made sure that we were going to win this game, and that's what I'm so proud of this team. When a night when Jimmy Butler only has 6 points and he messes up his shoulder, and apparently Spo is saying that it was an injury that he was coming into the game with. So, this team stepped up. So they knew they had to come in correct, and they did. And Spo came up with a great game plan, and whatever Nate McMillan could come up with, we countered at the right time and the right thing, and we are closer to our final form, I think. I think we stay 9 deep. And I don't think we're going to go 10 deep in our rotation. I think DJ will still get to play more, and K-Nunn will still have to come off the bench and wait for his opportunity. He probably won't play at all unless there's an injury, unless Jimmy does have to sit out for a while. I don't think he'll play at all. And it's just because DJ brings more versatility on defense that we're going to definitely need if we play the Bucks. Because, as you know, that team likes to have Giannis out there. DJ can guard Giannis a little bit, or he can create havoc on the perimeter when they try to do that pass out and ball movement. Derrick Jones is just long, athletic, and fast, and he can jump. So he's definitely going to create havoc and help us on defense in that end. So that's why K-Nunn, it's just unfortunately everybody else is bringing more than what K-Nunn can bring to the position that he has to play. And you just have to wait for his opportunity. I'm telling you, just wait for his opportunity, and we're gonna have more nights that we're gonna need him. And just if he stays ready, then he'll be exactly what we need. He'll ride us to glory, and because he's the 10th man, he's the next man up. No matter who goes down, if it's Kelly O or Bam, I'm guaranteed K-Nunn is the next man up, and we'll play DJ and KO as our centers, and whatever the case may be. So. K-Nunn, just stay ready, man. Stay correct, because you're playing well. You're playing well, brother. And just some other key stats. We scored 50 points in the paint compared to the Pacers 30 points in the paint. That's just taking care of business. That's playing hard. And, even though on the night that we're not shooting, we only shot 26% from the three-point line, we made sure we were a men among boys again and just took care of business in the paint. And that's what we need to do. Even on a night that we didn't get free throw shots a lot, that's what we need to do, is take advantage of offensive boards and finishing in the paint. And great cuts. Great cuts and ball movement today. The whole team, Jay Crowder included. Like, Jay Crowder did some great cuts throughout this whole game, creating offense for us. Tyler Herro does some great cuts. Just the whole team. Like, in general, everyone's playing top notch. Keep it up, guys. If you guys are listening, it's beautiful Heat basketball to watch, guys. And as a Heat fan, I'm loving every second of it. So keep it up, guys. I'm loving it. I'm watching it. Let's go. All right. And now, let's see. Bam ends up with 14 points, 19 rebounds, 6 assists. 6 of those boards were offensive. Just a beast, man among boys. Just beast mode. Beast mode Bam came out tonight. The Dragon ends up with 23 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists. Just breathing fire. Tyler Herro ends up with 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Doing it all from the bench. KO off the bench, 11 points, 8 rebounds. K Nunn, 7 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. Of course, sprinkle a little bit of Jay in there. Sprinkle a little bit of Duncan. And then you got the Heat. And we won 99-87. And, guys, we're moving on to the second round. That's the series. We sweep them up. I was wrong about my prediction. I thought the Pacers would get at least one on us. But you know what? We end up with the sweep. I'll take it. I'm cool with that. I'm not mad at all. So, let's go, guys. We'll probably have our second round series in the weekend. I can see that most likely Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. So we'll see. The NBA will come out with a schedule. We still got to see what the Magic and Bucks do. Honestly, I'm pulling for the Magic to keep winning, just because, give our veterans more rest. Maybe Jimmy Butler can use the rest with his shoulder. We can come correct, and we'll have a more full team, and we don't have to have any what ifs, because that's the worst thing about it, because there's a lot of teams right now in this playoffs running on what ifs. Look at the Nuggets. The Nuggets are missing 2 key pieces, unfortunately, and it's a what if series at this point, where what if those 2 guys are playing? I think it'll be a totally different series, and I don't want that feeling, guys. So let's hopefully pull in. If you guys are anything, let's vote. Let's vote. Let's cheer for our Florida native team, Orlando Magic, and hopefully they can extend the series. And if anything, hopefully they can win the series. Again, it will be awesome to have a Heat Magic series this important, actually, in the bubble, and as fun as the bubble, where we'll be in their hometown, really. So hey, if you guys have any good juju, if you guys know any good tricks, do it, bring it. But all right, guys, that's it for me. If you guys can, please, whatever you're listening to, follow, like, share, subscribe. It all helps. It all works for me. I appreciate it. Hit me up on social media. Hit me up on email. That's all good. The Heat are moving on. I'll come back with some other episodes in the meantime. We'll see what happens. All right, guys, you have a great night. Chicks, have a great night as well. Peace, everybody. The Heat move on, because the Heat is on. Peace.